Hello, Stoney fam. Welcome back to another episode. Happy Thursday and happy almost Valentine's Day. That's going to be coming up very soon. I just wanted to session talk with you guys. Today, I want to talk about some ideas that I had. So, if I had, in another universe, thousands and thousands of dollars to spend on these business ideas, say I had, investors, whatever. These are some ideas maybe that I would want to do. And I'm looking forward to seeing, what other type of businesses and corporations we're going to see coming out of the woodworks once more regulations and more things change within the industry and the community. Once it's more accepted, there's going to be a lot more lounges. I mean, I'm imagining how much there of activities there are regarding and surrounding around alcohol, that there's going to be so much or like that, and probably better surrounding around cannabis. It's going to be a bit, but I feel like that is coming. We already do have some social consumption lounges, places you can go, but not enough yet, and not as close to me as I wish there were. The closest to me is about 2 hours away, maybe, give or take. And that would be actually, I'm not even going to share the name of their lounge here. I actually don't really go there that much anymore. And but I really do hope for the future that we have a lot more companies and organizations opened up so that we can just go out and consume in the public and enjoy ourselves just like how people enjoy themselves with a cocktail. I feel like there should be no difference there. Other than if you don't want to be a part of the scene, don't be there. Just like as people who don't want to be around drinking probably aren't going to go to a bar or club or whatever. But something that I've thought about for the last couple years, I've talked about it, I've posted about it before. I really want someone to do this because it would be so beneficial if you could work out the logistics of it, I guess. But imagine if there was a place, and I'm not talking about a specific person, because I have looked into this and there are some people that do it, but they don't have a business to do it. Is that for what I mean is a building to really, a facility is what I mean to say. Imagine there's a facility you can go to where you could have your glass cleaned for you. Because when do we want to fucking sit and clean our box? A lot of the time we don't, or whatever piece we're using. Unless you enjoy doing it, whatever. I don't. I really don't sometimes. I just want to come home after a relaxing day and just hit my piece. I don't want to have to clean it first, but I'm also not going to inhale no mold spores and all that nasty shit. So make sure you're keeping your stuff clean. But way, way back when I didn't know much about that at all, I had no idea about the mold thing either. I would just buy a new piece instead of cleaning. As soon as it got too dirty, I would just buy something new. So that was not very cost effective. And I think it would just be really convenient for people to be able to just bring it somewhere and have it cleaned and just be able to pick it up. How we have dry cleaning for our clothes and stuff like that. I don't know, just a thought. And because it was supposed to be me and my boyfriend at the time wanted to do this together, we were going to call it christal-clear, since his name is Chris. Or whatever, up in the air. Totally also not probably going to happen in the near future. But still a fun thought. I have a couple more too. So that one was really one that I think would really be beneficial and actually help a lot of people out. This next one that I want to share with you guys is more so just an idea that I think would be really cute and kind of a play off of what already exists. So imagine there's a place that you can just go, and it's a really fun place that you could, it's pretty much like a Build-A-Bear, but not exactly the same. And this would be different. It'd be you're creating your own nug stuffed animal, and you can pick out all the different colors of their hairs. You can pick out what, the smells can be, the certain scents inside of it can represent the terpenes that you enjoy. You could name the strain, pick out fun accessories for it, put a bowl in his hand or something. I don't know. That's I have not thought that far into it on that part. But I feel that would be cool. And then you can after you build your nug, you can go sesh with your nug and go into a little a sesh room, lounge room, and just smoke and hang out with your nug. I think that would be cute. I don't have a name idea for that one. That I have not thought that far into, but I think that would be really fun. And as I was talking about, as more businesses and companies are going to see the profit margins and how much it's going to benefit from jumping on this wagon right now. I mean, the industry is booming. You really do want to be a part of it while you can, I guess. And that doesn't necessarily mean you have to be working in a dispensary, but I feel even if you don't want to work for one, but keeping yourself updated on what's going on is also helpful for the community too. So, and you can access a lot of things online. You can access a lot of the regulations and other things like that online, and you can read about them for yourself. I believe on the Mass Cannabis Control Commission is a website you can also read that on. I'm not 100% sure. I'd have to pull it up, but I will try to leave some references in the description box below so you guys can check that out. And like as that booms, there's probably going to be more like clothing stores that could even be tailored to just cannabis style. I know that I've had one of the dispensaries I worked at, there was a jewelry company that they partnered with that was quite expensive. And I have that's what my THC molecule necklace is from. I believe the company could be called Higher Standards. I can't remember. I don't honestly. I think that that's not it. I'm completely wrong. I'm looking at my torch right now. That's Higher Standards. That's a completely different brand. I'm not really sure. I forget, but I do remember that that company had specifically made THC molecule necklaces. Like they were geared towards like cannabis fashion. So I would like to see more public places for cannabis fashion because I only see them really online. And shout out to one of my favorite clothing creators and cannabis consumers. Shout out to D from Blow One Clothing. Please check him out. He is awesome. Just awesome. You have to go check out his stuff. Very comfortable, he's very communicative and very passionate about what he does. So please check him out. I have many friends that are really talented at what they do. And when it comes to like this, like I'm specifically talking about with cannabis fashion, I think it's a really fun niche that hasn't been too explored yet off of online. A lot of the time you can only buy clothing like that, I feel like, online. Or maybe pieces of it at a different store, but like they don't specifically sell just cannabis type clothing. And by that I mean like some with pot leaves on it, or like I was talking about my THC molecule necklace, stuff like that. I think one of my favorite companies, they were very smart for doing this, the Kush Card company. That's a really good idea, and it's fun because like when I was a kid I used to always love picking out cards, like the Hallmark cards. My nana would always mail me like letters with like a card in it, and like it's fun how like now I've grown up and I'm appreciating these other type of cards now. And when I was younger, totally off topic but kind of relevant and still talking about my grandmother, she collects pens, and she had this pen that she got back from Jamaica, and it is in the shape of a joint, and I had no idea it was a joint when I was a kid. So I was just playing with it. It was like my favorite pen that she had. So kind of funny. I feel like there's so many signs that were there that I was going to be drawn to this path of cannibalism. No, I'm just kidding. That sounds almost like cannibalism. So we're not going to say that. I don't pretend I didn't say that. Anyway, I also was almost named Jane when I was a kid. Like when they were, well, an embryo, I guess. I was not born yet. But when they were picking out names for me when I was a baby, they were stuck on Samantha, Jane, and then Tia kind of came out of nowhere last minute. My dad came up with that, actually, because he was obsessed with Tia Carrera from the movie Wayne's World. And so I had a lot of fun dressing up like her for this Halloween. I've always wanted to do it, and this year I finally got to, and I had my Garth, so finally was able to achieve that dream of mine. And as I was a kid, I never thought it was a cool thing. Like, I didn't think it was cool to be named after her, and I didn't really know about the movie Wayne's World as well as I did when I got a little bit older. Still a good movie. I mean, I'm not the biggest fan of the movie, but I do like that it is iconic. There's parts of it that I do enjoy, and I do like that I was named after somebody so beautiful. She was so pretty. She still is very pretty. I can't say was. She is still very pretty. I just mean she was also very pretty at that time, too, during that movie. And weirdly enough, she was like, I believe, I might have the numbers wrong, but I have it saved somewhere. I took a picture of my Instagram with it posted, but with the dates under it. I was 25 at almost like the 1 year difference between the age she was when she actually filmed the movie. So she was like 25 or 26 when she was actually filming. So it was cool to be like around the same age, dressing as her as the part that she was playing in the movie and have the same name. I thought that was really cool. Also, stemming a little bit off topic, speaking of my name, so my name is Tia. I also was going to be going to this restaurant this year for my birthday. I always forget, though, around the time of year it is, that the place is closed. They close for the season. They're mostly like a summertime place. And that and restaurant is called Tia's, and it's in Boston. And I've been waiting to go there for so many years, so I can't wait till it gets warm out so I can finally plop my little booty over there and get to say that I ate at a restaurant with the same name as me. I think that's pretty freaking cool. But yeah, guys, that's all I wanted to talk about for today's podcast, and I will be back again very soon to share some more stuff with you guys, talk about some more topics, get into that session with y'all, and I hope that everybody has a great day, and thank you all for listening. I'll be back very soon. Cheers.